Okay, let's dive right into this. Picture the scene. The clock is ticking loudly in the exam hall. You're staring down a real Cambridge Mathematics past paper question, syllabus code 0580. The pressure is absolutely immense. Now, on one side of the room, we have a student we'll call Alex. Alex is currently overloading their paper with every single raw mathematical fact and formula they can possibly remember, just hoping something, anything, sticks. But there's zero analysis happening. Then, on the other side of the room, we have Sam. Sam is rushing, writing furiously, but completely missing the subtle requirements of the actual command words. If we were to look at their papers side by side right now, it would be an absolute bloodbath of red pen marks. And why? Because they are fighting the paper. In this explainer, we're going to completely shift your perspective. There is no paper, there are only patterns. Welcome to the Matrix, decoding exam reality. We are going to look closely at a bulletproof Cambridge mathematics strategy, drawing directly from the core introduction of the Cambridge O-level mathematics textbook. We're going to learn how top-tier students learn to see the literal code behind every single question. So, the big question, how do you actually decode 46 chapters of mathematics into guaranteed exam success? Well, most students look at their textbook like it's this heavy, incredibly intimidating wall of numbers and equations. They try to memorize it cover to cover, which, by the way, is exactly the trap Alex was falling into. But I want you to completely reframe how you look at this material. Your book is not a punishment. It's actually a highly structured navigation system. It's a blueprint that has been explicitly designed by the authors to be hacked, decoded, and mastered. We're going to break down exactly how you can use the built-in architecture of this syllabus, and this applies whether you're studying 0580, 0606, 4024, 4037, or even 4040 to completely guarantee your exam success. And honestly, this number brilliantly illustrates the scale of the challenge. 46. That is the staggering number of chapters in the Cambridge O-level syllabus D. If you are feeling overwhelmed right now just hearing that, let me validate that feeling. It is a massive, massive amount of content. You've got everything from matrices and probability to complex trigonometry and vectors. When you just stare at the number 46, it triggers absolute panic. It's exactly why students like Sam rush. They feel the heavy weight of those 46 chapters breathing down their neck, and they just start calculating wildly without thinking. But what if I told you that this sheer volume is actually your greatest advantage? Because when a syllabus is this large, the examiners literally cannot be random. They have to be methodical. They have to use a master grid. Now, what's genuinely fascinating is the syllabus mapping table. It completely reveals the hidden logical structure of the entire course. This isn't just some boring table of contents. It is the matrix itself. Every single chapter is beautifully and meticulously mapped to an exact syllabus section. Chapter 1 maps to Section 1.1, Chapter 46 maps to Section 9.7. This apparent chaos of 46 chapters is actually flawlessly organized. It tells you exactly where you are in the grand scheme of the Cambridge assessment universe at any given moment. You don't ever have to guess what they want from you. The examiners are showing you their exact playbook. If you understand how to read this map, you stop being a victim of the exam and you start becoming the architect of your own results. Section 1. Your study blueprint. Before we continue, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now. Okay, let's get into the blueprint. What we have here outlines the perfect optimized study loop designed by the authors themselves to save you massive amounts of time, and it ties perfectly into the Peel framework. Point, evidence, explanation, link. Step 1, you read the by the end of this chapter goals. This is your point in the Peel framework, the exact mathematical principle you need to firmly grasp. Step 2, check you can. This tests your prerequisites. Do you actually have the foundation? Step 3, study the examples with worked solutions. This is where you see the evidence from the question combined with the mathematical explanation, the actual step-by-step working out. And finally, Step 4, summarize with key points. This links everything back together, ensuring you've actually hit the core syllabus requirement. If you just follow these 4 steps sequentially, you are automatically wiring your brain to answer questions exactly the way the examiners want to see them. The textbook actually hands this to you explicitly through a visual toolkit. You've got green boxes for the goals, this is what you must achieve. You've got blue text for the prerequisites, the check you can skills you absolutely must know first before you even attempt the new material. And most importantly, we have the red notes boxes. These red boxes contain crucial tips to help you avoid the most common pitfalls. Think back to Alex for a second. When Alex was losing marks, it wasn't because Alex didn't know the math. It was because Alex was falling into the exact common pitfalls that those red boxes explicitly warn you about. This color coding isn't just cute graphic design. It's a cognitive tagging system to keep your study sessions highly focused.
Now, I need you to pay very, very close attention to a vital warning system built into the material, the crossed-out calculator icon. The syllabus strictly requires that some of your work must be done without a calculator to test your raw numerical fluency. When you see this icon next to a practice question, it is simulating the exact constraints of the non-calculator papers. If you ignore this warning and instinctively reach for your Casio during your study sessions, you are building false confidence. You are practicing for a reality that literally doesn't exist in the exam hall. Practicing mental math exactly as the syllabus dictates is what separates the average students from the absolute top tier.
Section 2. Testing your knowledge. Stop scrolling. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. We've helped thousands of students improve by 2-3 grade boundaries. Join them right now by subscribing to Ace the Exams_IGCSE and turn on all notifications so you never miss our weekly exam strategy sessions. Let's look at how targeted review prepares you for the harsh reality of the exam environment. The summative review exercises function as literal exam simulators. They contain actual past examination paper questions, complete with precise past paper references. But here is the real secret weapon. Every single question is assigned a specific mark tariff, clearly shown in square brackets. This right here is exactly how you fix Alex's problem of overwriting. If a question is worth just 2 marks, the examiner wants a concise point and explanation. But if it's worth 5 marks, they want the full Peel framework. Point, evidence, meticulous explanation of working, and a crystal clear link to the final answer. By tracking your scoring potential against these specific mark values, you are staging your learning perfectly. Section 3. Cracking the command words. This is the absolute climax of our strategy, decoding the literal language the examiners use to test you. Think about the complete table of the 14 Cambridge command words. This is the source code of the matrix. Misinterpreting even one of these instantly costs you points. Let's do a live interactive workshop right now to prove this. Challenge 1, the data scan. Imagine a complex mathematics data chart in front of you. You have 60 seconds. If the command word next to this data says describe, what do? Time is ticking. If you start calculating means and medians right now, you fail. Why? Because describe means state the points of a topic or give characteristics and main features. You just need to identify the core trend, not perform complex arithmetic. Understanding that command word saves you precious, precious minutes. Let's dive a bit deeper into some specific codes from that table. Take the word construct. It explicitly demands you make an accurate drawing using mathematical instruments like compasses and rulers. A freehand sketch gets absolutely 0 marks. Now let's do challenge 2 of our workshop, find the flaw. Listen to this flawed mathematical response from Sam. The question asked Sam to show that x equals 5. Sam wrote x equals 5 because 10 divided by 2 is 5. Where is the flaw? The flaw is that Sam completely ignored the command word definition. Show that demands structured evidence that leads to a given result. You must provide the full Peel explanation, every single step of algebraic working that mathematically proves it equals 5. And this brilliantly illustrates how knowing the code saves massive amounts of time. Let's contrast 2 very similar sounding commands. Workout means you must calculate from given facts, clearly showing your method. But write down, the syllabus literally defines it as give an answer without significant working. If you see write down and you spend 5 minutes writing a full Peel paragraph of complex calculations, you are robbing yourself of time for the harder questions at the back of the paper. Let's hit challenge 3, speed writing. You have 30 seconds. The question says calculate the area. You must write a perfect Peel response. Ready? Point. Formula is pi r squared. Evidence, radius is 4 from the diagram. Explanation, pi times 4 squared equals 16 pi. Link, therefore the area is 50.27 square centimeters. Boom. That is exactly how you use command words to dictate your output. Section 4, seeing the matrix. Now we need to bring this strategy back to the bigger picture and lock in your new mindset. The authors actually included a fascinating section at the end of their introduction about the textbook's cover, which features ferns. Why ferns? Because ferns are fractals. A fractal is a complex mathematical shape within which the exact same shape is repeated many times. This isn't just a pretty picture, it is the ultimate metaphor for your exam.
Students who implement these mathematics strategies see an average improvement of 2 grade boundaries, but only if they practice consistently with our weekly videos. Just like nature, Cambridge mathematics exams are built on repeating, recognizable mathematical patterns. The questions might look vastly different on the surface every single year, but the underlying structure, the command words, the required working out, the syllabus sections, is a fractal. It repeats exactly. Once you learn to see the repeating pattern instead of being scared by the surface numbers, the whole exam becomes entirely predictable.
As the authors clearly state, you should always refer to the syllabus document to confirm the details and for more information. This reinforces our ultimate 3-rules strategy for top marks. Number 1, command word decoding. Number 2, Peel framework application. And number 3, time management matrix. Consistent practice with these 3 parameters is what permanently shifts your grade. So I leave you with this final thought. You've seen the underlying matrix, you understand the study blueprint, the Peel framework, the vital importance of the crossed-out calculator, and the absolute law of the command words. The tools are right in front of you, mapped to every single one of those 46 chapters. Now that you have the cipher, will you let the exam control you, or will you control the exam? Here's your final reminder. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at @ACExams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Subscribe right now to @AceTheExams_IGCSE and click that bell. Don't let another exam pass you by. Drop a comment below with your target grade for mathematics and the biggest challenge you're facing. Our team responds to every comment. Like and share this video with a study partner. Ace the Exams, your Cambridge success starts here. Keep looking for those repeating patterns, trust the structure, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.